the start of the Medellín Comuna 13 tour. And that was the tour guide.
It's too good. Bring a lot of people like that, boys, up, and what they do is actually give a bad image of us. Have an impression. As soon as the people see this place full of cops, they're gonna think that's what's going on. Uno de los turistas necesita cambiar plata para que lo lleves a la casa de cambio. Okay, let's come over here, guys.
I might just disappear at some point because this ain't gonna be easy. Just saw some steps here.
Viva Chávez! Okay. Let's take a break. This is just the beginning. I'm gonna start with part of the history. And as you can see, guys, there is no hill. All of the hill is being covered by houses. Today, guys, we're in the second greatest favela in South America. Favela, guys, is what they call like a ghetto or a low social economic level of a city. It's spotted on the hills on Brazil. So it is Portuguese or Brazilian word. And the fourth one would be Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Second one, Comuna 13, Medellín, Colombia. Third one, Petare in Venezuela. And it doesn't look like that big, but it is because we are seeing one face from now. Well, guys, from the top of it, you are going to realize this place is huge. Actually, what we call Comuna 13 is not one neighborhood. Guys, Comuna 13 is full by 21 neighborhoods. Don't worry, we don't know where we're gonna visit any neighborhoods today. That's impossible. We're gonna visit one, and we're gonna see most of it, but we're gonna step in one. Independencias, number one. But from the top of it, you guys are going to see that actually Comuna 13 is coming from the other hills. 21 neighborhoods. But as every mountain is trying to cover each other, so 21 neighborhoods, but it was not really like this during the beginning, guys. Because actually Medellín as a city is brand new. Most of Medellín started to overgrow during the 1900s. So the main population was spread in the city center and Poblado. Are you guys staying in Poblado?
Yeah.
Poblado? Actually, Poblado used to be the first town in the valley. It was called Poblado de San Bartolomé de Aburrá. But it broke down. So the economy moved to the city center, Prado and San Antonio. That's why you see two faces when you get to Poblado. Brand new building for tourism.
So did you have the same thing that happened in Venezuela, Brazil, happened here, where people from the rural areas just came?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, most of them were also part of the invasion times, and it is because maybe Latino America has a lot of rich countries, but maybe part of the government is retaining those resources in order to provide it to just a few people.
Yeah.
Not all of the people in the countryside of Colombia, Latin America, Venezuela, Brazil are having the same opportunities. So maybe as town, they are being forbidden by the same government. That's why most of the people started to migrate. 1950s, people from the mountains, towns, the coast of Colombia started to came to the cities, but they were not looking for opportunities. They were looking for a refugee because they were displaced families from all of their houses because of the narco-traffic situation inside of Colombia and the guerrillas groups. So they lost it. They lost their lands. That's why they all started to go to Cartagena, Cali, Bogota, Medellín, not for opportunities, but for a little refuge, a place to stay. They were not able to buy a house. That's why all of them, including my family, started to come up to all of the hills, and they started to think,
Yeah.
We are really far away from the government, but we are not that far from the main city. We are not going to be asking for a permission to stay during the beginnings. And more than 20 years around, all of these were called invasion houses. They used to come from the countryside, so they used to take care of the mountain and the nature. And it was going to be way easier, faster, cheaper, because as they were not asking for it, they didn't have to pay. Today we pay. We own these houses, we pay this place, we have addresses. So it means we own the place, the house, the land, and we pay taxes and public services. We are considered as part of Medellín, but over 20 years it was people coming to pull up a shelter. Not even bricks. Some of them wood, plastic bags, metal, carton, more like a little shelter than a house. And guys, let me show you, it was not 10 families coming. We can see it over here. We don't see it yet because Medellín is pretty cloudy today. But in the top, we can see Medellín a little bit clear. Medellín is a valley. Guys, most of the valley in Medellín has been built by houses like this. Those hills, same as these hills, 20 years migration.
This is awesome.
And that's why most of these little hills are a big difference in USA. Low social immigration, low social economic level. Maybe the hills in USA are way more expensive.
Oh yeah. In California there. Yeah.
And here it's not. Because it makes the population immigration. We are not connected to the main stuff. So it's difficult to come up every single day. And you guys can see how the main street turned into an alleyway. That's the only way to separate hills inside of a house. I mean, houses inside of a hill. Little steps. Let me show you. It's pretty much more of a crowded place.
Yeah. Hey, they're dancing over there. Yeah. They always putting up shows.
You see that? Overpopulation. Every house packed to each other.
And they're still building some more down there.
Well, from the other neighborhoods, yes. Actually, this is one. This is one neighborhood. It means we have 20 more neighborhoods looking like this. Thanks God, we're gonna visit this one. And if you guys are wondering if we are going to the top, not the tip of the mountain, but you guys can see the great building right behind of the tree with a big balcony.
Yeah.
We are going to there. It's a nice cardio. I do need it. We have electric escalators. We actually have electric escalators. We don't have the walk. We are going to be trying some of the electric escalators, and I'm gonna let you know what to do. Guys, 170,000 people registered. Without registration, more than 200,000. And that's the registration of 2020. So maybe today we are. And as we were not asking for that place, we were not receiving the support that we needed. So most of these little places were called invasion for more than 20 years, being unrecognized as part of Medellín and being one of the worst places in Latino America because of the guerrillas' presence, guerrillas' movement. Okay, let's take a break. I don't want you to go. Hey, our history is a long history, but it is really important. So we are not going to skip it. Originally, we just had it. Now, we are going to be having a little show. What about the breakdancing show? Yeah? That's the attitude. Hey.
One of the gorillas became the president.
Next gorilla member from the M19. That's a fact, yes. But I'm also going to explain you as well, we had another part of our history to tell. So not all of the people is having the same impression of the government, as not all of the people is having the same impression of Pablo Escobar as well. I'm going to explain you way better. In here we had a big conference with guerrilla groups in the government, past government, not current government, and we are actually having some things to tell about it. We are going to explain you, yes, he used to be an ex-guerrilla member, he used to be part of the M19, but I think the M19 was not the worst in Colombia history. was just a group of people. Well, some of them were using guns, but some were security. It was one of the students. They were studying politics. They were studying revolution in order to do revolution. We never went to the guns, we never used guns, we never went to the group in the mountains doing the big narco-trafficking, taking the control of the mountains. We were just doing political revolution because we was at the university studying for that. It's no longer in the group is no longer existing. We have bigger groups inside of Colombia and maybe some other groups to be worried about. And it's not the only guy from the government linked to the guerrilla groups. And not the only guerrilla linked to the government.
Your petroleum minister.
Well, and today, for example, in places like Venezuela, porque está pasando por ahí, por eso pido permiso.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to pause the video for a while.
We were having Pepes, perseguidos por Pablo Escobar. We were having the government of Colombia. We were having DEA from USA. We were having even his partners, because when he killed the Ochoa brothers, then all of the government and all of his partners saw that he was crazy, that he was just losing his mind and he was starting to kill all of the people that he was close to him. So all of Colombia turned against him. He got killed since 93 till 2006. A famous narco-trafficant called Don Berna started to take his narco-traffication. Don Berna is also one of the group leaders from the paramilitarism, AUC, Auto Defensas United from Colombia. And it is a guerrilla group, but from the extreme right side of the politics. I'm gonna explain you way better about Don Berna. He surrendered in 2006. It means since 2006, we don't have a big narco-trafficking as it used to be with Pablo Escobar or with Don Berna. Today, the narco-trafficking is pulled by the government. And most of it is basically government and guerrillas groups taking the control of the mountains to grow the drug. Anyway, we're gonna talk pretty much more further about it. And guys, in here, I'm to talk about the reality, okay? If you have any question, let me know, please. As I'm telling you, we don't want to repeat, but we need to learn. And I'm also gonna let you know that we are more than that. We are art, we are culture, we are amazing people, amazing gastronomy, amazing histories to tell, and amazing people to share. Okay? So, they are just finishing that show. We are gonna come down in 1 minute and we are gonna have a whole show for us. I don't want you to see a half a show, just a whole show. That is trade workers. Any kind of tip is something that is voluntary, but enjoy, guys, please. At the end of the show, they are gonna give us a hat with the tips and also a QR code. Enjoy it. Take a recording, take pictures, as many as you want. We don't have any problem. And as soon as they give you the QR code, the QR is gonna take you to their Instagram. Tag them on Instagram with the picture, with the videos, so we can keep spreading that out that we are making in here, okay? And at the end of this place, we are just trying to catch more and more people. If you are not coming back tomorrow, maybe with a little video, you can give a nice impression of us and you can bring people back tomorrow, okay? And any kind of tip is something that is open to you, coin to coins, bill to bill. Just 1 more second, we're just gonna finish and there people is gonna run away. We gotta go. I can tell you, we're gonna see at the end of the tour, art is cool in our neighborhood. I know how to rap a little bit. I know how to paint a little bit. We have a lot of respect for them. Then we have a tiny, pretty tiny in the top, but it's for primary. For the smaller children till 5th grade, that they are too small, they don't have to run down to the bottom. But the rest of them, as they are huge, they are spread in the main streets inside of Comuna 13. Because not all of Comuna 13 is totally hilly. Most of them, yes, but some other places inside of Comuna 13 neighborhoods are plain, they have more territory, and we can pull institutions around. We have more than 10 schools in the 21 little neighborhoods. And I can tell you 98% of our parents are taking their children to schools. So we are also making the change. Because, for example, in places like USA, if you don't go to a school, you can get a ticket, fine, or your parents go to jail. In here, it's not. In here, the government give you the school, but they don't tell you to go. So it's open to you and your parents. It means 98% of our parents know that we have to take them to school. They are being taken, 98% of our children. But it's not in the city. 98% of Comuna 13. In the city, maybe 70% of the children are being going to school. Another thing, in Medellín, yes. And for example, there is also a little issue in Colombia, Medellín, and there's a lot of children residing in Medellín, working. They work for their parents. It's kind of okay, depending on the places and depending on the situations and conditions they have. But in Colombia, they have a better future, they have a better plan for us, they have a lot of things to do, a lot of things to stress. So we are not going to see children living inside of this place. Actually. Well, yes, it's part of us. We are going to understand that maybe during my childhood, it was not the best time. And during my childhood, 50% of us were able to go to schools. Now, no one of them are working, and now most of them are going to school. Besides that, we also have English, classes about art, all of the breakdancers, rappers, painters are teaching the children how to keep improving. As soon as they are grown, they could be having our opportunities, but not now. Now they should be in the schools looking for their dreams, fighting for their dreams, working for their dreams. Not working. Ooh, that was a good question. I learned English for about 5 years paying for English classes because I wanted to in Medellín. I had my high school, I went into a college, but I didn't finish it in Medellín. Because during my childhood, the schools in here were not the best ones, and I can tell you maybe the current gang members were part of the oldest schools of this place. I'm not a gang member, of course, and I decided to do my best school and education in the city. Free, didn't have to pay, but it was better because it was inside of the gym.